GA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
Off the play fake, Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. But Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield, and they can hurt you first.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Throwing Nix. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Pushing his way through. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's out wide here for Robinson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. Jackson. Over the middle of the Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Quick throw complete out to Beckham. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
To throw is Jackson. Complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen and a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Strong running. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
They're going. It's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And the Broncos first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better?
Bijan Robinson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. After it, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Broncos take over 1st and 10. Their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
23 yards the pickup there.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break the game.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Mike Green. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Nix to the air. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and it blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. To throw is Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now Jackson. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now it's Jackson. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd
AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. Now it's Nix. A quick hitter complete. It's Bryant. This 2nd and 4. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. To throw, here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
In motion left goes Sutton. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A short throw to Ingram. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Captain.
Looking to throw. Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll send the tight end in motion. Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
14. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well,
Incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Denver offense at the line ready to go. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Second down and 4. Jackson now. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
quick, ready? Go. Yo.
Here's Jackson to throw. Man open is Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Jackson going to keep it. They'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Ozzy, sit up. Sit up. Hey. 180. Middle.
Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Odell Beckham, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on an opening drive of the second half.
Broncos 17.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Down to about the 37.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Complete to Bryant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time, because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw, they were getting a difference-making score right there.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing Nix. Bryant with a catch right side. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Finds his top. Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix with his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have retaken a third-quarter lead. What's good on the extra point? And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead. That could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Balled it to 26, 2nd and 7.
180. Sit on.
Here's Jackson. Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 74 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Nix. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that point from the get-go. They didn't want to crash in the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. On play action, here's Nix. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
If maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because you had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And you gotta choose wisely. That's my eye. Hold on a sec.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
They'll go play action with Nix. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for the Baltimore touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Luke now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. They've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Nix to the air. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
To throw is Nix. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Nix looking to throw again.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. Fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he had a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Now, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Bombers. Motion.
They're going. It's Nix.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have early in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Hey, report. Sit up.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on a free kick. And that's a big mistake. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come up now on second down. Back to throw. Nix. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6 coming up. Nix to throw again. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Hey, report!
Robinson with another carry. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Finding Walker complete. And he has the Ravens 1st down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Get
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Ravens are champions of the AFC as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.